Why, hello there. We are already zoomed in. We are going to zoom in even more. As you can see, let's not judge the brows because I'm gonna get them done this weekend. We have a lot to catch up on. I have been kind of going through some things, but I really wanted to do a wedding makeup tutorial because that was a special day and I wanted to share the look with you guys as requested. Thank you. So this is what the look really was. Pretty simple. I just wanted to look light and bright, a little bit colorful. I used the NARS. This is the Afterglow palette. So beautiful, neutral, but you've got some pops of color in there. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna finish up my complexion. Basically, pretty natural, bronzy, my norm. And I am wearing lashes. So I will go into the process. My hair is just, we're not even gonna go into that. All right, so we're going to zoom you in. I am using some products that I definitely used, but there are also some products that I definitely didn't use because I didn't own them at the time. First things first. All right, so I'm going to start off with, my eyes are already primed with the Hourglass primer. I'm using a lot of Real Technique brushes because I'm trying out these brushes for a future video. Stay tuned. So this is the Real Techniques 308 brush. It's kind of like a flat shader. So I'm going to go in all over the lid. I could tell you the names, but it's just a lot. So I mixed a lot of the lighter, brighter shades. So I use this one, I use this one. Yeah, I use those two for the lid. So I'm gonna start by mixing those guys. I just wanted a light, bright lid. Also, to let you guys know, this palette is definitely a softer pressed shadow palette. So, do we see that? It kind of reminds me of the Natasha Denona bronze palette that I reviewed recently. That guy is also a softer pressed shadow palette. So, oof, you guys are not focused, and that's gonna bother me when I look into it. When I look back at this video on the computer, when I look into it. All right, so I did that on the lid. Next, I'm taking this beautiful orangey color called Crushed, and I'm taking a Real Techniques, what are you called? Essential Crease Brush. I ordered a few sets, so some of them have names, some of them have numbers. And this guy, you'll notice I'm kind of holding towards the tip of the ferrule, and I'm just kind of very lightly adding this color to my natural crease, and I'm allowing it to get pretty high up to my garden of brow hairs. A lot of people during this pandemic have been gardening and growing veggies. I have been growing brow hairs. It's been going really well. I'm not doing this for any kind of purpose other than laziness. So I'm just kind of packing that on the outer corner and then just lightly sweeping and building. So I just want to get that nice, colorful base. Next, I'm going to be using my Smith 247, and this is one of my favorite shades in the palette. It's called Shadow Hill. There was another NARS palette, and I used this color up like crazy. So I'm going to start by building in that outer corner and then just going right into that natural crease. I hate being zoomed in because it does not focus. So again, kind of packing and starting to build up that crease. Then I'm going to go back in with Crushed and just make sure that everything is blended. So I'm kind of patting at the edge and kind of blending it in because I don't want to lose that beautiful orangey tone. I feel like when I look, it stays focused. So I'm like, I'm gonna stare at the monitor. That must be so annoying for you guys. I'm so sorry. I feel like I haven't looked at you in the eyes at all. Now I'm taking a Real Techniques, which I don't have to say every time, 307 brush, which is much smaller. And I'm going to be mixing Shadow Hill and Whipped. I have to say it like that because of Family Guy. If you don't know, you gotta see it. So I'm mixing those two, and I'm starting on the outer corner of my eye, and then I'm kind of tilting the brush and just going very close to my natural crease. I don't want this to be a dark, smoky look. I just want there to be some depth. And I want most of the depth to be right on the outer corner of the eye. Right, then I'm gonna go into Just Whipped, that lovely darkest shade. And just kind of pack it in. Then I'm going to go into a clean brush. This is just my generic ColourPop brush, and just kind of blend that all out. Also, staying towards the end of a brush handle is going to give you the lightest amount of pressure, and I'm just literally lightly buffing all of that in so it doesn't have any harsh lines. And then I'm going to go back in with that fluffy, what are you? I'm blind. Ooh, I'm blind. Plus these are the smallest numbers. 310 brush with that crushed color, and just making sure that she is here and she is prominent. All right, I'm gonna go back in with those two lighter shades and just making sure that you can really see them before I do what's next. Next, I am taking my Nyx Glitter Primer, which I always thought was a glitter glue, but it still does the same kind of thing. I take a little bit, like teeny tiny, I kind of pat it on the back of my hand. Then I just kind of press it over the eyelid, except for that very outer corner. I don't get it into the crease. Then I am mixing these top two colors, Hotline and Push It, right there. And I'm just going to literally doop, 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 flick off any excess and press that all over. And then I'm going to take a clean finger and just kind of pat out the edges so it's not too harsh. I just wanted some of that color. I'm going to look and see which is a little bit more predominant, which is the orange. Take the lighter color and go back, take a clean finger and just blend out the edges. Boom. I tend to say boom a lot. Whatever. There we go. Always have paper towels on hand. All right, sorry about the lighting. A little happy accident is that a little bit of that shimmer gets in the inner corner. I actually like that. I'm wiping off my fingers, taking now a clean finger and just kind of blending up to get off any extra shimmer. I'm also looking at a mirror. This eye is a little bit more orange. I don't really care. I might just take a clean finger and just kind of dab off, whatever. I'm gonna be wearing lashes, so I'm not too bothered. So now, lastly, I want a little bit more depth to my eye. So I'm going back in with a 307 brush, and I'm going to be mixing Whipped, which is this guy, and it's not. I'm so bad. I think it's Whipped. It's like, you can't really tell by the sticker. And then I can't pronounce this name, so. Guayaquil? Sure. I have to put that on mute. I'm sorry, it's my husband, I just have to see. Okay, totally not important. So I'm gonna mix these two dark shades. This has kind of like an orangey sheen and then the dark color. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna mix those two and just kind of pat in that outer corner. And then taking that generic ColourPop brush and just kind of, again, patting, lightly blending. So I'd like to say that I am looking in the mirror. Yeah, no. I'm like, I'm done with the eyes. No, I'm not. Now I'm just gonna kind of pull that color a little bit further into the crease. There we go, now I'm done. I mean, I could easily do a little bit under my eyes, but I'm gonna do concealer first. This is a concealer. I'm like throwing things around. I'm gonna zoom you out a little bit. Hey yo, that's prettier. I have been loving this concealer. I've used it a couple of times. First time I actually did it on camera and I was like, what is all the hype with this? But the longer I wore it, I was like, all right, you win. It is beautiful. It's annoying that it's so nice because it is stupid expensive for a concealer. This is the Mcgrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Concealer. I use in the inner corner LM12 and then on the outer corner M15. I also ordered M16 or M20, I don't know, when they had a 20% off sale. And I also ordered something else, but then the concealer was sold out, so that's great. So they did say when it comes back in stock that they would honor the discount and I can order it and just send an email, which was really nice of them, really good customer service. So I just don't know if I really care that much because I actually do like this shade combination for me. So, but I think that this is one of those concealers that just really kind of warms up into the skin and does its magic. And it just looks like absolutely gorgeous. It really doesn't crease the way that other concealers can, especially on my dry under eyes. I'm a very big fan, and I hate to say that because it is stupid expensive. I think it's like, I don't know. I don't even remember, to be honest. But I got this concealer when Bergdorf Goodman was having a sale online, and it is super nice. It just looks like the longer you wear it, the more airbrushed your skin looks. Like I remember the first time I wore it, I was like, meh. And then I kept looking at my reflection, and just kept staring. And I kept saying to Mike the rest of the day, like, I look good. And he was like, okay, that's great. And I was like, do you think I look any different? He was like, I don't know. I was like, thanks, dude. But I really like it. I just feel like it makes a difference whether I use a brush or a sponge. So I just kind of start off with a brush. Sometimes I'll melt it in with a finger. Sometimes I'll just kind of blend in the edges with a sponge. Then I've been taking my Charlotte Tilbury powder brush. What are you? Powder and sculpt brush. I take a little bit of the NARS loose crystal powder, and then I just make sure everything is super blended, and I just go from the outer corner in, and I just kind of set it and forget it. And the way that my skin just kind of warms up to it is beautiful. I really, really enjoy this concealer. It just looks so nice. All right, so now we're gonna finish the eyes. This is what I did not use on the day of my wedding, but I've just been really used to using it because it makes wearing lashes easier for me. One thing I always forget, however, is to curl my lashes before I apply lashes. So we are going to do that right now. Ow. Let's see. There we go. So I've been using the Velour Lash and Go eyelash adhesive. I watched a whole video on best practices and how to use it. I'm sorry. I'm going to zoom you in so that you can see better. I'm sorry if this goes out of focus, but this is just how I do it. So, the person who I watched their video, I'm so sorry, I do not remember her name. She was a part of their campaign. She's a really great makeup artist. I watched a bunch of her videos. You know how you kind of start watching and then you go into like this hole? It always starts off skinny and then you're just like, all right. It doesn't really matter how long you wait. Like there are times when I start off and everyone's like, oh, this thing dries so quickly. Really, you're fine. It doesn't have to look beautiful, which is one thing I appreciate because especially when I remember to curl my lashes, Oh, I forgot the Bioderma. Damn it. When I remember to curl my lashes, it's like, you're totally fine. Ugh. It's fine if it's thick. It doesn't have to be perfect, which I appreciate. I feel like I already said that. I just want to make sure that I get the innermost corner and the outermost corner, because that's where I'm going to stick my lashes. All right, I'm so sorry, that probably didn't focus at all. So right now I have my liner on. What I should have is Bioderma near me, which is funny because I am not a fan of Bioderma. I don't like the smell. I don't think it cleans my skin very well. I'm not a big fan. And also, I'm a fan of double cleansing. I do not consider that a form of double cleansing. I don't think that's a proper way to double cleanse. So if you like it, awesome. It works for you, great. But for me, it doesn't work. So what I'm gonna do is take my mirror. This is also a reason why I did not do well my first time applying lashes, because I was going like this and you need to have it lower. So what I'm going to do is just plop these on. You can either wait a long time, you don't have to, but a lot of people say this dries super quick. Oy. The reason why it's good to have Bioderma on hand, I'm so sorry if I'm not focused, is because she said that this product is water soluble. And a lot of people don't realize that. I'm gonna take that off and redo that. So the best way to take this lash glue off is with Bioderma. So when you have it, it's a really good idea to clean off if this glue or liner gets on your lashes. It's a very good idea to get the actual liner off the lash, like your natural lash. I'm sorry, I'm not making sense because I'm totally focused on this, but it's a very good idea to get the actual Lash and Go adhesive off your natural lashes before you apply the false lashes. So it's good to have the Bioderma near you and some Q-tips. Whew, I like can't talk, and it's also burning hot in here. So my lash is on. I'm just making sure it's nice and secure. I just kind of press, make sure the outer corner is nice and secure. Now that this is on, hey you, I also got the Lily Lashes tweezer, which I like and I don't like. The reason why I like it is it has the comb, so then after I feel comfortable, which there, I just comb my lashes and I feel like I see a place where it's not adhered. I'll kind of take it off and just kind of re-push it. I'm sorry, this is like the worst. All right, you're probably like, wow, Joanna, you're the worst at applying lashes. And you're right, I am. This is my third or fourth time ever doing this. All right, she's on. Whew. And the pressure of being on camera, I am sweating. All right, so this one was not a success. I will say, this is one of my worst lash attempts. So, what I like about the lash, like the tweezers, is that it has the comb. The air just went on. Thank God. Oh, I have a fan. Even better. What I like about the tweezers, it has a comb. So I can kind of comb through and make sure that it is on nicely. But what I don't like is that it has a pointed side as opposed to that kind of curved side. These are not on well. I feel you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. If I was good at editing, I would just edit this out. All right, so the next thing that I do, which I'm gonna zoom you out for because you don't need to be all up in my face for this, is I take my skinny liner and I just kind of go over the lash line, and I just kind of make my liner look better. This is why it doesn't matter if the Lash and Go or whatever the liquid lash thing is looks perfect, because you're gonna make it look better after. Boy, this was a horrible experience to record, but I think it's good for you guys to see, because that was so stressful. Holy crap. All right, so I'm just gonna take whatever powder is left and make it look less like I was super stressed out. She did it. Now I'm just gonna add some blush and some highlight and a lip and call it a day. Wow, that was intense. All right, so on the day, I of course use the Chanel blush called In Love, and I put it higher up on the cheek, and I really piled it on because I knew I was gonna be on camera. And I did a little on the nose. And then for highlight, I'm telling you guys, this is by far my favorite highlighter of all time. It's the Tom Ford Reflex Gilt. I mean, I need to get a backup of this. The fact that I don't have one is a sin, because if I ever run out of this, I'll die. All right, and one thing that I'm also back on doing, which I haven't done in a long time, is using the setting spray, because I feel like it definitely does make a big difference in just melting down the makeup and just making it look less powdery, more skin-like. Boy, that was stressful. I'm like, I don't know how people, I mean, they don't really put lashes on camera. I'm using whatever is left on the brush that I did that darker outer corner, and I'm just kind of grazing under my eye. This is just how I do my under eye shadow. You guys, and like, you don't have to do exactly how I do it, because I just do whatever is easiest. I feel like I say this every single time I do my under eye like powder stuff on camera, because I know that I'm not professional about it. When it comes to clients, it's totally different. Will I have clients ever again? Who knows? I'm gonna zoom you out a little bit more. Oh, Nelly Furtado. All right, last but not least, I don't know where you are. I don't know where I put it, but I did do a Chanel lip stain, because I knew that I was going to be kissing my husband. So we're going to pretend I am using a lip stain. Instead, I'm using a lip pencil, and I'm just gonna kind of blend that in. So I'll let you in a little secret. I believe I told you guys this, that I work in retail. I definitely have told you that. I got the call, and I am going back, and I don't know about you. I don't know how you guys have been doing this. If you guys have been social distancing, if you guys have been staying home, if you guys have been safely going out. I have gone out like 2-3 times, but I'm super nervous to say the least. So that's what it is. And I've been talking to Mike about it, and I know that there's nothing to be nervous about, but at the same time there's a lot to be nervous about. So I don't know. I guess I just wanted to talk to you guys. I feel like it's a weird angle, but whatever. This is just a weird video, huh? I planned on it being just super low key and just chatting with you and doing my wedding makeup. And in the end, it was just watching me struggle doing lashes. But I feel like it wouldn't be a real Joanna video if you didn't see me struggle. So, I don't know. I guess if you don't mind, comment and let me know how you guys are dealing with this. If you guys have already kind of gone back, and if you guys are kind of already back to normal. If you guys are ready, and when I say normal, I mean it loosely. Oh, my hair is crazy. I showered and I let it dry naturally. This is why I have to use so many products, because it's crazy. I should just put it back up, to be honest. Well, thank you so much for watching. I really value my time here with you, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm so glad the sun came out. I think I might put on a bathing suit top and just sit outside, because I think I might just make a margarita and just relax. Like, I just need to relax. It's just super stressful for me, the idea of just like life. Ooh, what did I do with my hair? Boy, this is a video and a half. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. All right, have a good one. Bye.